In this video I'm going to learn you how to play Montero by Lil Nas X on guitar. From the link in the description you can download free tabs which correspond with this video. It also includes a song structure so you can play along with YouTube or Spotify. The song is built up in 4 parts which have been used in the whole song. The chords, the lower riff, the higher riff and the intro riff. And in this order I'm going to learn you how to play the song. The first part, the chords. This song only contains 2 chords. The first chord is the D sharp chord and you have to play it like this. It's a D chord, but you have to slide it up 1 fret. So you play the 3rd fret on the G string, the 4th fret on the B string, and you have to play the 3rd fret on the E string. And you only have to pick those 3 strings. Then we go to the E chord and you only have to slide it 1 fret up. So you get the 4th fret on the G string, the 5th fret on the B string and the 4th fret on the E string. And you have to strum this chord 2 times. And then we have to slide it back to the D sharp. So we play the D sharp, then we slide it up to the E, then we play the E chord again and we slide it down. Now we're going to play this part slowly. You can pick this chord with your fingers or you can strum it with your thumb or your pick. 3, D sharp to the E and 1 more time the E and then to the D sharp 1 more time and Part 2, the lower riff. This riff is built of the same chords as you played here. But you have to play it higher up the neck. And you only have to use 2 notes. The 6th fret on the A string and the 5th fret on the D string. First you have to play the 6th fret on the A string. And after you have to play the 5th fret on the D string. And after you have to play the 6th fret of the A string again. And then the 5th fret on the D string again. And this is the rhythm you have to play. 3, 4, 6, 5th, 6, 5th, 1 more time and 6th, 5th, 6, 5th. When I play this riff, I walk with my fingers of my left hand. So when I play the A string, I press the string. And when I play the D string, I lift my finger a little bit up, but I keep in contact with the string. And then I play the D string, which I press at that moment. And when I press the A string again, I have to lift the finger of the D string a little bit. So you get this. I do this so I can keep my string muted when I play the other string, so you don't get this. It can be nice too, but it's not the style of the song. Then you have to play the same rhythm, but with different notes. And you only have to slide your fingers 1 fret up, just like you did with the chords. And then you play this rhythm again. 3, 4, 1 more time and... We play the first shape when we have to play the D sharp chord. And we play the second shape, so 1 fret up, when we have to play the E chord. So now we're going to play this whole riff on a slower tempo. 3, 4, D sharp, E chord, E, D sharp, D sharp, E chord, E chord, D sharp, chord 3, the higher riff. And for this riff you need to take your D sharp shape again. And you only have to use the G and the B string. And the rhythm is the same as the lower riff we've just played. So, first the G string, then the B string, and then the G string again, and then the B string again. And we also have to slide this riff up when we have to play the E chord. So, 3, 4, D sharp. To the E chord, E chord, D sharp. Part 4, the intro riff. The intro riff starts on the 6th fret on the D string. Then you have to play the 8th fret on the G string. Then you have to play the 9th fret on the B string with your pinky. Then you have to play the 7th fret on the E string. And then you get a hammer on from the 6th fret to the 7th fret. And then you make a pull off. And then you play the 9th fret on the B string. So you get this. And then you play the 8th fret on the B string again. And then you play with your pinky the 9th fret on the G string. So up to this point. And then you have to play the 8th fret. And this is the only note I have to pick in this bar. So I pick the 8th fret on the G string, slide it to the 9th fret, I slide it back to the 8th fret, then I make a pull off to the 6th fret, which I play with my index finger, then I make a pull off again to the 8th fret. Pick, slide, slide, pull, hammer. And then you slide it to the neck and then we go to the chords part. So the whole intro riff on a slower tempo. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and I hope to see you in my next video.